Somewhere in this gated community lies interesting graves that are on the playground where kids like to play at, and a forgotten family cemetery with unmarked graves nestled between two houses. This entire neighborhood you're looking at was once farmland where farmers grew and harvested all kinds of foods. When the area was under construction in the 1960s, a group of construction workers were clearing out the land to make room for houses and found several graves. This caused them to stop working and to call someone and to find out what they needed to do. Now, before I go any further, back in the day, some families used to bury their loved ones on their land. Like I said, this was farmland, and whoever owns this has family buried here, which hence the name of the cemetery, Matthews Family Plot. I'm not 100% sure how true that is for these graves, but if I had to guess, the Matthews family still owns these plots on this land to this day. Now back to the construction workers. Once they came up with a plan, they left the area alone because it is considered hallowed ground, meaning the area would not be allowed to be sold and must be left as is. Well, later down the road, the community that lives there wanted a playground for their kids to play at. Weeks later, there was a board meeting about the community wanting a playground. Eventually, they were given the green light and funds to build one. And where is that playground built at? On the same spot the construction workers found those graves and were told to leave it alone. Once the area was cleaned up, the playground was built and a black metal fence was placed around the graves to ensure that the burial sites remained sacred. Now, for the second cemetery that is also in the gated community, which is a half a mile up the road from Matthew's family plot. The name of this cemetery is Sadler Cemetery. Please show your respect as you visit the cemetery. So this cemetery is nestled, I believe, somewhere back there. And it's surrounded by all these houses, but it says it's somewhere back here. Oh, there it is right there. Just like the other cemetery, it was also found while construction workers were doing work in the area. It looks more like a single plot to me. There is a small plaque up front that talks about the cemetery. It has one grave, but there are also 10 unknown marked graves somewhere around this area in the woods. S. Sadler. I can't read the whole thing. June 7, 1867, all the way to March 14, 1919, I think. Hopefully you can see it better on the GoPro. There's some gifts right there. A cross with some flowers and of course all the rocks. From what I read online, it's believed to be in an African American cemetery. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I wonder if this used to be an entire cemetery at one point, or just one particular grave, but from what I'm seeing, one particular grave. And like I said, it's nestled between two houses. There's a house here through those woods. There's a house on the opposite side of me. And of course, a whole bunch up front. Other than that, that's about all I could find online about these two cemeteries. If you happen to know anything else about this, please leave it down in the comments below. I'm not gonna even bother going in. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this short episode on a grave that's in a neighborhood that's nestled in a little section of woods back here. You would have never known this was here if I didn't look online. Again, Sadler Family Cemetery. If you want to check out my socials, they'll be in the video description down below. And I'll see you in the next one.